Well, today we're talking about the power of positivity, and sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. Today we're getting a little help in that department. We have Monica Berg, who's an international speaker, a spiritual thought leader, as well as an author, joining us to walk us through a little help on self sabotage. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, start us off on this. I think this is our all of our worst enemy, self-sabotage. We're all guilty of this as well, right?
Right. It's that behavior of doing things that we know are not good for us, yet we keep going back and doing the same thing. For instance, you're going to grab a handful of chips, but you end up eating the whole bag, or one slice of pizza and you have the whole pie. So why do we go to these different behaviors? There's four ways that we actually self-sabotage. The first is pessimism. Then there is being judgmental or negative talk, which could include self-talk. Then there is helplessness and perfectionism. So the pessimist is the person that looks at things that have happened that are not great, and they think that it will last a very long time and it's their fault, right? There's nowhere to go from there. There's nowhere to grow. There's nothing to change.
Right.
An optimist, on the other hand, sees things that are a setback as being very temporary and short-lived, and also that it's a challenge where they can learn from it. So there's some growth in it. So this just takes a flip of the switch. It's about changing your mindset, and we have much more power over our thoughts and our consciousness than we give ourselves credit. So I think we just have to catch that kind of thought. When it comes to being judgmental or negative talk, I think very often we think that, if I judge that person, it's human nature. We all enjoy a little bit of gossip, we can't help it. It kind of, oh, that person, oh, really, that happened. But the truth is, if we understand that when we judge people, it's not something that's really external to us. It affects us in deeper ways than we realize. It invites more judgment in our lives. So if you look at your day to day and you ask yourself, how many times did I judge someone today, right? Let's say 10, then we have to realize that we're bringing 10 elements of that kind of negativity or that energy into our own lives.
So how do we stop that thought process and spin those negative thoughts into a more positive, productive energy so we can be a more effective, positive person?
Well, a thought is just a thought and it can be changed. I think I look at it this way. A lot of people ask me, how do you get a lot done. I have 4 kids. I do a lot of things, but what really shifted for me in my life is when I started to realize that a lot of time was spent thinking things that I didn't want to be thinking about, or worrying about things, or being fearful about things. And that was all this energy that was wasted, really. So when you wake up in the morning and you even write a journal, you have your goals written down, and you're very clear where you are going to direct, where you're going to put your time and energy, which again starts with the thought. Because even if you have an intention, I want to do this and that, but your thoughts are busy worrying about other things that might happen or might not, or what that person is doing and you're not doing, you're going to be spending your day very differently than how you had intended.
Absolutely. And I find that we all are worrying about things sometimes that are these things are out of our control. So that snowballs you into a bad direction as well, right?
Absolutely. And that goes to one of the 4, right? Helplessness. Dr. Martin Seligman talked about this idea of learned helplessness. Like, we think that nothing we do will actually change any outcome. And to your point, there are certain things that are out of our control. Our eye color, maybe certain how we were raised, our childhood, but you can choose where you derive purpose and meaning. So 2 things can happen. One thing can happen to both of us, the same exact thing, right? I might view it as the worst thing. You might view it as an opportunity. And based on how you respond to that is where you're going to derive your purpose, your meaning, and really it's going to direct you in your future. So again, it's about really being aware of what we think, not only about the situation, but also our ability to influence what's happening to us.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. You've got so many great ideas for us in this direction to help us get back on track with our positive mental health and mental thinking. Where's the best place to go for folks to find you and get more advice from you?
Well, you can get my books on Amazon. There's Fear is Not an Option and Rethink Love. You can follow me on rethinklife.today. That's my blog, or on Instagram, Monica Berg 74.
Fantastic. If someone's watching today and they just need a little positive pick me up, what would you say to them to let them know that, hey, it's going to be okay?
Say that we're all in the same boat. Everybody's doing their very best. It may seem that people might be doing better, but the truth is everybody is fighting their own struggles. And if your day in this moment isn't going the way that you want to, guess what? You can restart it in this very moment. Just start over.
Exactly. I love that. There's always time for change. Monica Berg, thank you so much for all the positive advice today. And of course, for more information on Monica or finding her, you can head to our website at livingeasttennessee.com.